Okay, before, like I told up to now, trigonometry is very wide area of mathematics. In your syllabus, it is included very small content of trigonometry, and when I'm actually trigonometry is all about triangles. There are three main ratios. There are three main trig ratios. I think you have covered these things in your lecture, so I'm not going to give a deep idea about these things. I just recall your memory. And sine, cos, and tan are the main trig ratios, and we can get reciprocal ratios of these main trig ratios like cosec, sec, and cot. And in this chapter, we learn how to get the area of a triangle, and we learned about cosine rule and sine rule. As well, we are learning how to get how to find some angles and some sides of a triangle. As well, the mainly we learn about trigonometric identities, and we use these trigonometric identities to prove some results in trigonometry. So I have included all these type of questions in this tutorial. So we'll see one by one. So this is the first question here. And one more thing before discussing this tutorial, unfortunately, if there will be any technical issue, including a power cut, please stay in the meeting, right? I will come back soon if there is some technical issue, and I will I will contact Vihanga and let you know what should you done after this technical issue, right? So we wish if there there will be not such thing, such trouble for our tutorial, right? Okay, then this is the first question. So here you have in the diagram, in this picture, you can see a triangle and two lengths of the two sides of this triangle is given for you, as well one angle is given for you, right? So in your oral times also, you know that the summation of these three angles is equals to 180. ත්‍රිකෝණයක කෝණ තුනක එකතු 180ට සමානයි. right? ඒ දේවල් ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන්ම දන්න දේවල්. ඒ වගේම how to find the area of a triangle by using give me 1 second. Okay, Sandhanika, we should the same. Okay, then we are talking about this first question, and so here you have to get in this first part of this question, it is given as find the length of side AC, right? So we use capital letters to denote a triangle. So here it is given like ABC, and the length of these AB is 12 and BC is 8 respectively, and the angle of this B, right, ABC angle is given like 123 degrees. Okay, so we'll see how to get the length of this AC, and the second part of this question is asking the angle of BAC here, right? And the third part of this question is asking the area of this triangle. We'll see how to find these things one by one, right? And another thing, sometimes you may, when you can see in your third question also here, I have given to prove these trigonometric identities. So in these questions also, your simplifications may be different from me, but it doesn't matter. You have to do some, if you are doing some correct simplification, it doesn't matter. So the method is, if the method is, my method and your method is not similar, it doesn't matter, right? කොහොම හරි හරි උත්තරේ ගන්නයි ඕනි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ correct method එකක් choose කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. මගේම මම මේ කරන විදිහටම කරන්න ඕන කියලා එකක් නෑ, right? Okay, then we see the this one with whiteboard. Let me share the whiteboard here. Right here you can see, you can't see anything, no? Okay, then I draw the diagram of this first question. You can see this type of triangle A, B, C. So this angle is 123. The length of this AB is 12 and this one is 8. The first question is asking what is the length of this AC, right? So here to find the length of this AC, we can use cosine rule, right? Because you know that if there is a when I'm using cosine rule for this triangle, I can write the applying the cosine rule here, right? So I can write cosine rule formula for this triangle like AC square, because you know we know only two sides and one angle in this triangle, right? So in these situations, you have to think about how we get the side of another angle. That means actually this AC angle is the opposite side of this 123 angle. මේ 123 angle එකට ප්‍රතිවිරුද්ධව තියෙන සම්මුඛව තියෙන පාදේ තමයි AC කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට අපිට ඒක හොයන්න නම් අපිට මේ අපි මේ ඇන්ගල් එකක් දන්නවා නම් ඒ වගේම මේ AB සහ BC lengths උත් දන්නවා නම් ගන්න තියෙන ලේසිම ක්‍රමය තමයි cosine rule එක use කරන එක. So we can apply cosine rule for this triangle like AC square equals AB square plus BC square minus 2AB BC cos 123. This is the way how we apply cosine rule for this triangle. So you know that we know all these things. We know AB, BC, and this cos 123 can be taken from the calculator as well. So we have to substitute the values for these things now. And I will take, you know that AB length is 12, so we have to take 12 square, and BC length is 8, so we have to take 8 square here, 2 times here, AB is 12, BC is 8, and the cos 123, the value of cos 123 is minus 0.45, and I have given one advice for you when you are using calculator to get simplifications. Here the default unit of the unit of angles in calculator is degrees. If you have you know that there is another unit for angles is radians. Radians වලින් දෙන්නත් පුළුවන්, angle එකක් degrees වලින් දෙන්නත් පුළුවන්, right? So the default one in this calculator is degrees. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙතන කිසිම unit එකක් use කරන්නේ නැතුව වුණත් cos 123 කියන එක මේක දුන්නාම ඒගොල්ලෝ 123 එක කියන එක ගන්නේ degrees වලින් දෙන angle එකක් විදියට. So if you want to change the unit of this angle, you have to use this key. That means you can see there is a key like answer at the end, last row of this calculator. So you have to press this answer button with shift. So you can see, get in your screen to select whether it is degrees, radians, or seconds, right? Kala the tinane anshaka kala radians kila e tunama make it, you know. So you have to select one of these things. If you, that means the angle is given in your question, the angle is given in radians. You have to use this radian sign with the angle here, right? Otherwise it doesn't matter. Make a degree solin and then you make sign change the default unit එක මේ කැල් එකේ 123 sorry degrees. So degrees වලින් දීලා තියෙන එකක් නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ unit එක මේකේ දෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. නමුත් radians නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙන කෝණය ඒකේ unit එක දාන්න ඕනේ. නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ radians වල තියෙන එකක් degrees වලට convert කරලා මේකේ දාන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. right? එතකොට ඒ මම මෙතෙන්දී එක කිව්වේ සමහරක් වෙලාවට ඔයගොල්ලෝ degrees වලින් දීලා දෙනවා කැල් එකේදී ඒ unit එක දෙන්න නැතුව එහෙම වුණොත් ඔයගලන්ට එන්නේ වැරදි answer එකක්, right? So keep in your mind this thing also. You have to consider the unit of the angles as well, right? So we'll see the simplification of this one. So 12K is 144 and here 64 minus the value for this one becomes 103.78. So here you can see that there is a minus sign as well. There is a minus sign here also. So when it is multiplying these two minus signs, it becomes plus. So the value for this simplification become 103.68. So the summation becomes 311.68. right? So to get the AC length, we have to take the square root of this length, right? So it becomes 17.65, right? 17.65. It is a decimal value, so you have to take the you have to keep the answer in at least 2 decimal places, right? So this is the length of AC, right? Is it clear for you? Is it clear for you? Then we can go for the next one. That means you have to find the BAZ angle. So for our convenience, we will denote this angle like alpha, right? So you know that if this angle is alpha, so what's the angle of this one? BCA angle. It should be this BAC angle. What is the BAC angle here? So you know that this 123 alpha plus this angle should be, take this angle like beta, right? Beta is equals 120. So this alpha plus beta should be equals to 57. So we can write this beta as 57 minus alpha. So this angle can be written as 57 minus alpha, right? So I'm writing these three angles with alpha, right? So please give me a response. The first part is clear for you. I think you have covered this cosine rule and sine rule in your lecture, isn't it? No any response. Thanushan, are you there?
Yes, madam.
Thanushan, is this clear?
Yes, madam.
You have done this thing, this sine rule and cosine rule in your lecture, no?
Yeah, it's in lecture note, but we mentioned for we can use for triangle. We don't know.
Right.
We did that. We don't see look like that exercises.
Right. Okay. Nasria is saying, explain it again. Okay. Here, Nasria, I think you have known what is the cosine rule and sine rule, but you don't know how to apply this knowledge for some practical example. I think that's the thing. So actually that is the thing what I'm doing in these tutorial sessions, right? ඒක තමයි මම tutorial sessions වලදී අතරම කරන්නේ. දැන් lecture එකේදී theoretical things විතරක් සමහරක් වෙලාවට කියලා දෙනවා. ඒවායේ practical applications අපි අතරම කරන්නේ tutorial session එක. It doesn't matter. I will teach you again how to apply this cosine rule and sine rule for a triangle, right? So you know that give me 1 second, someone give me a text. Okay, Sira. So you know that when I'm take a very general idea about this sine rule and cosine rule, take this one as A, B, C. For your convenience, I'm denoting these angles like these lengths like A, B, and C, right? So these are the lengths of these ones. And as well, I'm taking the angle here, like I want one angle here to describe this cosine rule. So cosine rule means you have to get cosine rule. That means if there is a if you are given one angle and two sides, that means these two sides should be the sides that include this angle. May angle එකට අයිති පාද දෙක තමයි ඔයගලන්ට දීලා තියෙනවා. That means A and B should be given for you when the angle alpha is given for you. මේක ඔයගලන්ට alpha නම් දීලා තියෙන්නේ ඒකම ඒට අදාළ පාද දෙක තමයි අපිට ඕනේ මේ cosine rule එකට. Right? So මේ alphaත් එක්ක තියෙන පාද දෙක තමයි ඕනේ. Right? So when you are applying cosine rule, you can, when you are taking cosine rule, you can find the length of this C. Right? එතකොට ඒවා cosine rule එකකින් අපි දැන් අපිට මේ දෙක දන්නවා නම් alpha. So actually, first I will write the cosine rule here. Cosine rule is C square equals here A square, this length, right? A square plus this one B square minus 2AB cos alpha. This is the cosine rule, right? එතකොට අපි මේ ඔයගලන්ට පේනවා ඇති මේකේ parameters, මේකේ variables අපි අරන් තියෙනවා A, B, C, ඒ වගේම alpha. So you have 4 variables in this formula, right? So if you have given any of 3 among these 4 variables, so you can find the remaining variable. So in our question, we have all these variables A, B, and alpha. We have to find C here. Sometimes it may given these 3 the lengths of these sides of this triangle. That means A, B, C are given. Then we can easily find alpha value. තේරුණාද? දැන් අපිට variables 4ක් තියෙනවානේ මේ cosine rule එකේ මේ formula එකේ A තියෙනවා, B තියෙනවා, C තියෙනවා, alpha තියෙනවා. Right? එතකොට මේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ variables 4න් 3ක් දන්නවා නම් ගානකදී අන්තිම ඉතුරුලා තියෙන variable එක හොයන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් අපිට මේ ප්‍රශ්නේදී කලින් එකේදී මේ parameters ඔක්කොම දන්නවා. A, B, B, C cos 123. This angle also given for us. So we have to find this AC length. AC length එක තමයි අපිට හොයන්න තිබුණේ. So we can substitute these values for our formula and we can find AC length. So assume that if you are not given this angle, but you have given all these 3 lengths, A, B, C, ඔයගලන්ට දීලා තියෙනවා නා. So you know these 3 values and you can find this alpha. මේක equation එක solve කරනවා වගේ වැඩක්, right? So this is the cosine rule. මේක තමයි cosine rule එක. එතකොට ඔයගලන්ට ඕනෙම ත්‍රිකෝණයක මෙත ත්‍රිකෝණයකට it is not only for right angle triangles ත්‍රිකෝණ වලට විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඕනෙම ත්‍රිකෝණයකට මේ cosine rule එක use කරන්න පුළුවන්. right, so ඒ වගේම දැන් අපි හිතමු දැන් මේක බීටා කියලා, right? දැන් අපි මේ sorry, let me erase these things. අපි මේක ගත්තොත් if I'm taking this angle like beta, so how to write cosine rule for this beta is here a square, because the opposite side of this angle beta is a, right? So a square equals, and two adjacent sides for this angle beta is b and c. So you can write b square plus c square minus 2bc cos beta. That's the way how we write cos formula for this beta angle. Likewise, you can see you can take if you are taking this angle as theta, you can write a cosine rule formula for this one theta angle also. So b square, the opposite side of this theta angle is b square, and two adjacent sides are a and c. So a square plus c square minus ac 2ac cos theta. This is the way how we use cosine rule for each angles in this triangle. Can you understand this now? Is it clear? All these three types are okay. These are three types are correct. Here we are applying cosine rule for each stage, right? තේරුණාද ඒක? Okay. Then that's the thing I am using here. මෙතෙන්දි මම ඒ use කළේ එකයි. මොකද අපි මේ 123 කියන angle එක දන්නවා, adjacent sides දෙක දන්නවා. ඒක නිසා අපිට මේ හොයන්න කියලා තියෙන AC length එක ලේසියම cosine rule එක දාලා හොයන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඔයගලන්ට පුළුවන් මෙතෙන්ට ලම්බකයක් ඇඳලා ඒ විදිහට අර කෝණ හොයලා හොයන්න පුළුවන්. But here the cosine rule, using cosine rule, we can get the answer very easily. Okay, then I will explain the sine rule before applying for this one. Sine rule means if you have a angle like triangle like this and ABC, I denote this triangle like ABC, and if you, for your convenience, I take simple ABC for these angles and take these angles like, sorry, these sides, right? Length of these sides are simple ABC, and alpha, beta, theta is the angles here. So formula for sine rule is, you have to take here, if you are taking this one, right, this side of this angle, so A divide by, you have to use the opposite triangle, opposite angle of this side, right? What is the opposite angle for this one? Beta, right? So it should be sine beta, right? Is it clear for you? And it is equals to, then go to the next one, B, right? So B here, this length is B. So what is the opposite angle here? Alpha. So B divide by sine alpha. And we'll see the next one. That means you have, I will use a different color here. So this angle, we are taking C. So C divide by, what is the opposite angle here? Theta. So sine theta. This is the sine rule, right? So you in next one, in our diagram, so we have this triangle. In our question, it is 123, A, B, C. This one is 12 and this one is 8. We know this length now. It is 17.65 now. And we have to find this angle alpha. අපිට හොයන්න තියෙන්නේ BAC angle එක. So we can easily use sine rule for our diagram now, right? Because we know two angles and the opposite sides of these angles as well. So we can use this angle is 57 minus alpha. So this sine rule is used for all three sides in this. This is the general way. As if you want, you can limit your formula for two cases as well. ඔයගලන්ට මේක උනම් කෝණ දෙකකට ලියලා නවත්තන්න පුළුවන්, right? So generally මම මේ තුනටම ලියලා පෙන්නුවේ මේ ratio එක සමානයි හැමතිස්සෙම. Right? This is the idea of sine rule. And when I'm taking this one, we can apply sine rule. First, I'm taking this length. It is 17.65. Divide by, what is the opposite angle here? 123. So sine 123 equals, so I'm taking this length now, 8 divide by, what is the opposite angle here? Alpha, sine alpha. And I'm writing for other variable also, other angle also, 12. So what is the opposite angle? 57 minus alpha. So sine 57 minus alpha. So you can see for all these three cases, we have numerical values. So by taking this equation, we can solve for sine alpha. So we can subject sine alpha by using these two, this equation, like sine alpha equals, we can multiply this 8 and sine 123 here, divide by 17.65. So by calculating these things, you can get a value, numerical value for the sine alpha. It is 0.3801. 3801. So we can get alpha by using calculator. You have to get sine inverse function 0.3801. So you know that if you have some numerical value for sine or cos or tan, you have to get the inverse value to get the angle. Then අපි මොකක් හරි sine value එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒකට අපි මේ sine or cos or tan මට මතකයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ lecture note එකේ තියෙන මේ විදිහට, if you are given some angle for this one, you can get a value like sine alpha. So if you are get inverse functions of these things, sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, you can get this angle again. alpha කියන එක ඔයගලන්ට ආයි ගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට දැන් මේ sin alpha කියන එකට අපිට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා numerical value එකක් 0.3801 කියලා. So when you are getting the sine inverse function, so here you can see in the calculator, you can see sine cos tan buttons are here. Sine cos tan buttons ටික ඔයගලන්ට පේනවා ඇති කැල් එකේ. එතනම ඔයගලන්ට තියෙනවා කැල්ලක උඩ ලියලා sin inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse කියලා functions ටික දුඹුරු පාටින් ලියලා තියෙනවා. Right? So you can see the sin inverse, cos inverse and tan inverse on the calculator about to this sin, cos, tan buttons. Right? So you can, if you are pressing sine button with shift එකත් එක sine button එකේ බුහම තමයි sine inverse කියන එක එන්නේ. Right? So if you press sine button with shift, you have getting like this. Oops. Right. Yeah. Sine inverse කියන එක මේ විදිහට එනවා. So you have to input the numerical value here, 0.3801, and after you get after you press like this, you can see the angle is comes like alpha is 22.34. So this is the value of alpha. Alpha කියන කෝණය තමයි අපිට එන්නේ 22.3 කියලා. Right? Is it clear for you how to get the sine value and how to get the inverse value? All these things are clear for you. Someone drop the text. Sajid, the brand is Casio. Shanha, yes, all are saying yes. I think all are okay, right? මම හිතනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොටම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ කියලා. If you have any question, right? දැන් ඔක්කොම clear කිව්වත් කමක් නැහැ. කාට හරි එක්කෙනෙක්ට හරි තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් කියන්න මම ආයෙත් explain කරන්න. So you have to do these you have to practice these questions more and more. That's the way how you improve your knowledge, right? Okay, then we'll see the next one, right? It is asking the area of this triangle. අපෙන් අහනවා මේ triangle එකේ area එක මොකක්ද කියලා. Right? So you know that in your oral times also, you know that we can get an area of a triangle like if you have A, B, C, like triangle like this. So you can get the area of this triangle by using half AH. Right? This is the very normal equations that you have learned from your oral times also. Right? No, Rukshan, phones are not allowed in your exams. So you have to get a calculator. Phone එක calculator use කරන්න බෑ. ඔයගලන්ට calculator එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ තමන්ට calculator එකක්, right? එතකොට ඒ වගේම exam එකේදී share කරගන්න බෑ calculators. ඒක නිසා ඉක්කො තියෙන කෙනෙක්ගෙන් කවුරු හරි ඔයගොල්ලෝ අක්කලා අයියලා ගාව පාවිච්චි කරපු කැල් එකක් හරි කමක් නැහැ තියෙනවා නම් ඒක අරගෙන එන්න වෙනවා, right? All right. Danuka, yes, I'm dropping a text for all of you, the brand and the model. I have given the calculators model which I used here. මම use කරන කැල් එක දෙන්න මම දැන් මේකටත් වැඩිය අලුත් model එකක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා දැන්. So it's better to buy the latest model, right? And Sajid is saying show the calculator. So this one is the calculator. I will put the brand, the model here. Casio FX. Give me 1 second to FX 99IE plus. S plus. So this is the this is the calculator model. I have dropped the text on your chat. Please check your chat box, right? Here I'm discussing about the area of a triangle. එතකොට මේක තමයි එක method එකක් අපිට triangle එක area එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. Rashmika is asking Casio. That means you are asking the online delivery method. Yeah, I think yes, you have. You can order online and get the calculator as well. And any bookshop you can get these calculators, Arasavi or. You're asking the latest version. Yeah, I think you can get by the internet. No, the model is not, that means it is not affected more, right? මේ model එක වැදගත් නෑ. ඔබලා scientific calculator එකක් ගත්තා නම් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. සමහර අය ගාව තියෙනවා පරණ model එකක්. අර කළු පාට කැල් එක, right? ඒකක් තියෙනවා. ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. දැන් හැබැයි අලුත් model එකේ අලුත් functions වැඩිපුර එනවා. ඒක නිසා තමයි අර latest model එක ගන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. So I think I brought this one 2 years ago, I think. This is my second calculator, so I got this 2 years ago. I think there is a latest version more than this, right? Make version එකක් තියෙනවා මින්ට වැඩිය. So if you want, you can take this one also, right? එතකොට සමහරක් දැන් අර කළු පාට එකට වැඩිය මේකේ functions වැඩි. පරණ model එකට වැඩිය. ඊට පස්සේ මේකට වැඩිය advance ඇති. දැන් අලුත් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන කැල් එක. එතකොට මම හිතනවා අලුත් එක ගත්තා නම් හොඳයි, right? Right. So this one is also okay for your simplifications. මේ කැල් එක උනත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඔයාලා simplifications වලට මේක enough, right? Okay. ඔගොල්ලෝ දැන් කතාවට අල්ලගන්නවා මාව. Then make a keyparak one. How about, oh my God, is it enough to us? Fashil, I'm not aware of these models of calculator so much. So if you can do your simplifications with your calculator, it doesn't matter. right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් අරගෙන තියනවා නම් මේක ආයෙත් වෙනස් කරන්න යන්න බැහැනේ දැන් නේද? ඒක නිසා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගාව තියෙන කැල් එකෙන් වැඩ කරන්න. එහෙම මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් එනවා නම් විතරක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට simplifications කරගන්න බැහැ. හරි මොනවා හරි එනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් මට WhatsApp message එකක් දාන්න. ගොඩක් අය අර decimal places එන එක ගැන කතා ඇහුවා මගෙන් කැල් එකෙන්. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට සමහර කැල් වල ඔයගොල්ලෝ එක දාලා තියෙන mode එක අනුව වෙනස් වෙනවා. So matrix වගේ එකක් දාලා තිබ්බොත් ඔයගලන්ට එන්නේ උත්තරේ සුළු කරලා දැන් පහ බෙදීම දෙක කියන එක ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ පෙන්නන්නේ පහ බෙදීම දෙක කියලා නම. 2.5 කියලා උත්තරේ එන්නේ නැහැ. Right? So the answer is coming like 5 divided by 2. So it should becomes like 2.5, you know. So you have to take change the mode of the calculator and you can get this one, right? ඒ වගේ පොඩි මේ ප්‍රශ්න තිබුණා ඔයගොල්ලෝ සමහර අයට මම ඒවා sort out කරලා දුන්නා. So if you have any problem, please drop me a text personally. So it is not time to discuss all these things because this is our tutorial. So if you have any personal any problem with your subject, please drop me a text, right? Okay, then this is you have another formula to get the area of a triangle. Like if you know the angle of a triangle and if you know the opposite side of this triangle as well, right? So I'm taking here, sorry, not opposite side, the adjacent sides of this triangle. I am denoting this one like AB. This one is A and this one is B. So you can get the area of this triangle by using half AB sine alpha. Right, this is the next second method that you can get the area of this triangle. So in our question, you know the angle 123 and you know these two sides also, so you can use the second formula very easily. May formula use karan pulang area එක හොයන්න. So we can write area is equal half this length is 12 and this length is 8 and sine 123. So you can get the value for this angle, for this area, right, as 40.26. This is the area of this triangle. So this one is very easy, right? Okay, we'll see the next second question, right? Let me show you the question here. Here we have a question like, it is also a sentence type question. Let me show you. Can you see it now? Give me 1 second. So here it is given like, from the top of a 200 meters high building, the angle of depression to the bottom of the second building is 20 degrees. From the same point, the angle of the elevation to the top of the second building is 10 degrees. Calculate the height of the second building, right? So since here the image is not clear, let me show you it in the whiteboard. So they have given, please mute your mics, right? Someone unmute the mic. Please mute your mic. I think it's Rashmika. Right here, in the second, we are discussing the second question now. In the question, it is given that, oops, this is the ground, right? This is the ground, and there are two buildings in this ground, right? So the first one, this is the first building, right? So the height of this first building becomes 200 meters. And there is another building near to this building. It is, the height of this building is more than this first building, right? So it is given that when you are taking the angle of this, when you are in the top of this first building here, I'm writing like this, A and B. There are, this building is A and this building is B. If you if you see the top of this second B building from this, and imagine that if you are on the top of this building and if you see the top of the second building, then the angle should be 10 degrees, right? And if when you are in the top of this first building A, when you are looking at the bottom of this building B, then the angle is 20. So in the question, it is asking the height of this building. So you know that this height is 200. Make a kelima apita gatta හැකිනේ 200 කියලා, because it is same as the height of the first building here A. And you have to find this H length. අපිට මේ H වැඩි වෙන උස තමයි අපි මෙතන calculate කරන්නේ. So you can see you have given these two angles and this length also 200, and you have to think some method to get this H, simple H. මේ H හොයාගත්තා නම් අපිට මේ second building එකේ height එක හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. Right, so when you are taking, we can easily take this length as L. අපි මේ buildings දෙක අතර length එක. The length difference between these two buildings are simple L, right? අපි L කියලා ගත්තොත්, you can see when this angle is a right angle, අංශක 90, right? So we can take this one, since this angle is 20 degrees, so this angle should be 70 degrees, and as well this one is a 20, this one is also a right angle, and we can write this angle as 20 degrees, right? You can get this one as a, I can't remember the names of these angles. ඔගලන්ට අර ඔලල් කාලේ තියෙන ප්‍රතිමුඛ කෝණ, සම්මුඛ කෝණ ඒ වගේ මොකක් හරි නමක් තියෙනවා මේ angle එක ගන්න එකටත්. So I can't remember the name properly. So we can take, so when you are considering this ABC, I am taking this length as C. So when you are considering ABC triangle, right, you can write this one as tan 20. මේ ත්‍රිකෝණය තමයි අපි දැන් සලකන්නේ, right? ABC. Right, so when you are writing the tan alpha, you know that tan 20, that means we are considering this angle, and we are writing tan 20 because you know we have to write some angle with this L, and we have no this angle, so we are that's why we are using tan. අපි tan use කරන්නේ මොකද මේකේ අපි මේ hypotenuse එක ගැන කිසිම idea එකක් නැහැ අපිට, because when you are considering this hypotenuse, we don't know what's the length of this hypotenuse. We know only this AC length and AB length, that means opposite side and the adjacent side. So that's why we are using tan 20. So we can write tan 20 as 200 divided by L. So we can get L as 200 divided by tan 20. So what's the you can get the L as 549.5, right? So L is 549.5. So we are finding this L length. So when you are taking take this triangle like this, I am using D and E, right? So when you are using, I am calling about this triangle now, right? මම දැන් කතා කරන්නේ CDE කියන triangle එක. That means this triangle. මෙන්න මේ triangle එක ගැන කතා කළොත්, so you can see when you are using, now you know the length of this one because it is same, right? L my මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. As well, we want to find this H here. So for CDE triangle, we can use, we know this angle also, so we can use tan 10. Here we are using tan 10. So what is the opposite side? It is H divided by, what is the adjacent side? It is L. So we can substitute this length for L. So it is 549.5. So you can get easily the H value as 549.5 into tan 10. So you can get a value for this H as 96. Give me 1 second. 96.9. Right, so this is the H value. So we can get the height of this second building as 200 plus 96.9. So the height of the second building is 296.9 meters, right? Is it clear for you how to get the height of this second building? Is it clear? Dulanjali, is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay, Sandhanika is saying yes, Tenoshan is saying yes. Okay, thank you for your response. And then we'll see the next question. It's about to prove the trigonometric identities, right? Let me show you the full question here. Right, so you have to prove these trigonometric identities here. So you have another page also, another slide. So you have to prove these trigonometric identities, right? So you know that this is not the equal mark. You have to take this, there is a 3 lines, that means you have that means, what's the Sinhala word for this one? I can't remember the Sinhala word. So we are using this notation to make these are, that means identical, right? So in the first part of this one is given like cos power 4 theta minus sine power 4 theta plus 1 equals to 2 cos square theta, right? So before doing this trigonometric, before proving these things, I will recall your memory about the things. And Harsha is saying the word. Yes, Harsha, you are correct. And I will recall your memory about the trigonometric identities that you have learned here, right? So let me show you the whiteboard. So the very first trigonometric identity that you have used is this one, right? I think sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1, right? So this is the very first identity that you have learned in this one. So by using this one, you have you can get sine square theta like 1 minus cos square theta, right? Cos square theta equals 1 minus sine square theta. You can rearrange this formula for these types also. But the main equation is this one. As well, you have another formula like 1 plus tan square theta is equals sec square theta, right? So this is the second formula that you have given. And the third one is 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta, right? You have to remember these trigonometric identities, right? And when you are, so all these three trigonometric identities, your angle is theta, single angle. And now I'm taking the double angles formulas. So first I am taking sine 2 theta, right? So sine 2 theta equals to 2 sine theta cos theta, right? And when you are taking cos 2 theta, there are three formulas for cos 2 theta. The first one is cos square theta minus sine square theta. That means we how to write these double angle triangles by using single angle. Making a sine 2 theta kila trigonometric ratio එක තියෙනවා ඒක angle එක තියෙන්නේ 2 theta විදිහටනේ අපි කොහොමද මේක theta වලින් ලියාගන්නේ කියන එක තමයි මේ formulas වලදී ඔයගලන්ට කරන්න. So the next one for cos 2 theta, this is the fifth one. So we can write cos 2 theta like 2 cos square theta minus 1. As well, we can write this one as 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Right? මේවා ගන්න විදිහ ඕන prove කරන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් ඔයගලන්ට එච්චර deep නැති නිසා මම මේ ටික නිකන් ලියලා පෙන්නන්නම්. And as well, we can write tan 2 theta also. Tan 2 theta equals 2 tan theta divided by 1 minus 2 tan square theta. Right? And these are about all about double angle formulas. And we'll see what are the next things you have in your lecture. You have learned sine alpha plus beta, right? So sine alpha plus beta can be written as sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. This is the next formula that you have learned under this trigonometric identities, right? And if there is a minus sign here, minus sign, that means sine alpha minus beta. So the sign is changing here, like sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sine beta, right? And the second one is cos alpha plus beta, right? If there is a addition of two angles inside a cos function, so we can write this one as cos alpha cos beta minus, the sign is changing. If there inside this cos function, if there is plus, in there you can see it is minus, and sine alpha sine beta, right? So if there is a minus sign here, so if the sign is changed into plus here, right? So in remember that the same sign comes with the sine alpha plus beta, but in cos alpha plus beta, the sign is changing here, right? And when you take the tan alpha plus beta, right? The next one, 7, 8, and 9, tan alpha plus beta, you can write, oops, give me 1 second. You can write this one as tan alpha plus tan beta minus, oh, sorry, divide 1 minus tan alpha tan beta, right? And if there is a minus sign here, that means tan alpha minus beta. So the sign is changing here, like tan alpha minus tan beta, 1 plus tan alpha tan beta, right? So with this red color, you can see how to change the sign if the sign is changing inside this sine, cos, and tan functions here, right? So these are the things that you have learned in your lecture note, and these are the formulas that you have to use to prove our given trigonometric identities in our third question, right? So I'm taking the first one here. Here you have given the first one as cos to the power 4 theta minus sine to the power 4 theta plus 1 is identical to 2 cos square theta, right? So actually there are some tricks when you are proving these type of trigonometric identities. If you have a trigonometric identity like this cos, you can see in this first one, you have left hand side is some long, simply 3 terms here, and in right hand side there is 1 term. So it's better to take this 3 terms side, because we can simplify and take this 1 term by simplifying these 3 terms. So if you have some more terms in one side, choose this side to simplify first, right? So I will write this one here. Let me show you in the whiteboard how to construct your solution for this type of problem. So this is the third question, first part. It is given like cos to the power 4 theta minus sine to the power 4 theta plus 1 is equals to 2 cos square theta. Here you can see in both sides the angle is not changed. The angle එක change වෙලා නැහැ. අපිට cos වලින් විතරක් උත්තරේ ගන්න තමයි තියෙන්නේ. Right? So when you are taking the left hand side, that means this one, cos to the power 4 theta minus sine to the power 4 theta plus 1. And we have to simplify these 3 terms, and you have to prove that it is equals to this right hand side. මේ right hand side එකේ තියෙන 2 cos square theta කියන එක එනවා කියලා පෙන්නන්න ඕන. ඒක තමයි මෙතෙන්දි කරන්න ඕන. You have to prove that by simplifying these 3 terms, and your answer is equals to this right hand side as 2 cos square theta. Okay, we'll see. Here you can see we have two ratios, cos, sine, and numerical value. 1 is also there. But our answer is in terms of cos. Cos වලින් විතරයි answer එක තියෙන්නේ. So what's the thing you have to do is you have to convert all these cos terms, all these terms into cos. දැන් මෙතන නම් මේක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ, ඒක cos වලින්ම තියෙනවා. Here you have to convert this one to cos because in our answer there are no any sine terms here. Right, so we'll see. Another problem here also, as well, you don't know any formula to a fourth power of a trigonometric ratio. ඔගොල්ලෝ දන්නේ නැහැ fourth power එකට trigonometric ratio එක. නමුත් ඔගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා cos square, sine square, tan square, ඒවට ඔගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා. Can you remember? These are the square term formulas. මේ ටික තමයි square terms formula තියෙන්නේ. Right? So in very first I have mentioned these are the square terms formulas. අනිත් formulas වලදී square terms වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට මේ තුන use කරන්න නම් අර cos 4 අපේ identity එකේ තියෙන්නේ here cos 4 theta, but we have to convert this one as a 2 second power. Right, so the thing I have done here, I can write this one as cos square theta square. Right, අපිට මෙහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන් මේ හතරවෙනි බලය. මොකද අපි හතරවෙනි බලයට සමීකරණයක් formula එකක් දන්නේ නැහැ. Right, so the same thing I have done for this sine term also. Sine square theta, and I'm taking this one as square and plus 1. Right, sometimes you can't imagine that how you should write this like this. සමහර අපිට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැති වෙයි කොහොමද අපි මෙහෙම හිතන්නේ කියලා. Right, but the thing is you have to practice more and more questions. Right, ඒක තමයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේ වගේ questions වලට අර එකපාරට හිතෙන්න නම් ගොඩක් practice කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ මේ වගේ prove කරලා. So at this moment you have to take you have to see how should I construct the solution, and you have to practice more and more questions after that. Right, and here now you have you know what you know some cos function, you know some formulas for square functions. Right, so you can see this cos square theta is okay here because our answer is in cos term. We have to convert this sine into cos. How to convert this one for cos? Here cos square theta square, this term is not changing here. Instead of this sine square theta, I'm using 1 minus cos square theta square. Right, අපි මෙන්න මේක use කරනවා. Sine square theta වෙනුවට මම use කරනවා මේක. මොකද්ද මේ sin square theta plus cos square theta equals 1. From this one we derive this equation for sin square theta as 1 minus cos square theta. So I am using this one to simplify this one. Here you can write like this. Then you can see there is a binomial expansion here. Then you can expand this one like cos 2 theta square, sorry, cos square theta square, and here you can expand this one. Here first you have to take 1 because the square term of this first term minus the twice of the multiplication of these two terms. So it is 2 cos square theta plus the square term of this last term, it is cos 4 theta plus 1. Then you can simplify this version, this step like this, cos 4 theta. Here you have to remove brackets here, minus 1 plus 2 cos square theta minus cos 4 theta plus 1. So you can see this one, this term is also cancelled because plus cos cos to the power 4 theta, and minus cos to the power 4 theta is cancelled out as well. This minus 1 and plus 1 is cancelled out. So our answer comes like 2 cos square theta. So it is same as the right hand side, RHS. Right? So that's the way how we construct our solution for these type of questions are given like proving some trigonometric identities. Is it clear for you? First, you have to remember these formulas, right? මේ formulas ටික මතක නැතුව කරන්න බෑ. මුලින්ම ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්න ඕනේ දැන් මේක ඇත්තට මතක හිටියේ නෑනේ. So you have to write all these formulas in one paper and practice more and more questions. Then automatically you can remember these formulas. That's the easiest method that you have that you can follow, right? Okay. All are saying yes, so I'm going to the next question, next identity. So it is given like 1 tan square theta, 1 plus tan square x divided by 1 plus cot square x is identical to sine square x divided by cos square x. Right, so here you can see your left hand side is given in terms of tan and cot. And the right hand side is given in terms of sine and cos, right? So we'll see how to construct our solution for this one. So here, our question is, this is the second part, 1 plus tan square x is equals to, 1 plus tan square x plus 1 plus cot square x is identical to sine square x divided by cos square x. So where I'm taking this left hand side here, left hand side, 1 plus tan square x divided by 1 plus cot square x. So you know that for this 1 plus tan square x, we have a formula for this one. This here, second formula, 1 plus tan square x. So we can replace this one by sec square x. And here, 1 plus cot square x, you can write this one as cosec square x as well, right? This formula I'm using, the third one, 1 cot square theta, it can be replaced by cosec square theta. Right, so you can, you know that this is reciprocal identities. That means you can remember sec x means 1 over cos x, and cos x means 1 over sine x, and cot x means 1 over tan x, right? So we can write this cos square x as 1 over cos square x and divide by cosec x square x means we can write this one as 1 over sine square y, sine square x. Right, so we can simplify this one and write this one as sine square x divided by cos square x. So this is equals to right hand side, and this is one method. And sometimes you can construct the solution. Fashil, you have to remember these things. In exam, these trick identity is not given for you, right? And sometimes someone can construct the same solution like this also, right? Mama, I'm showing that the method is not same, right? Our identity is 1 tan square x plus 1 cot square x is identical to sine square x and cos square x. Remember, take that left hand side is equals 1 plus tan square x. Imagine someone can't remember the 1 plus tan square x identity, then what can he do? What can he or she do? You can convert this one in sine and cos, because our answer is also in sine and cos. So we can easily write this tan square x like sine square x divided by cos square x. And divide by here 1 plus cot square x is cos square x divided by sine square x. Identity එක මතක නැත්නම් මේ විදිහට simplify කරන් යන්න පුළුවන්. So when you are simplifying like this, you can simplify the numerator here, like we can take this cos square x as a common factor, and we can write like cos square x plus sine square x divide by, I'm showing how to simplify this one now. You can get sine square x as the common factor here, and we can write this one as sine square x plus cos square x. So you know that sine square x and cos square x is equals to 1. So 1 over cos square x divided by here the same thing. It is equals to 1 and sine square x. So you can construct your solution like simplify this one as sine square x divided by cos square x. It is also equals to right hand side. So this is one method to prove the same identity, right? So that's why I'm telling you the method will not be same for all of you, right? So sometimes more than these two methods also you can present any new method to prove this one. That doesn't matter, but the identities that you have used and the formulas that you have used should be correct, right? That is the most important thing. Okay, I think this one is also clear for you. Then we will go for the third one here. Here, cosec, the third one is given like, here CSC is denotes the cosec, right? CSC, it is same as cosec, right? Cosec square A minus 1 is identical to cos A cosec A, right? So we see the third one here. Give me 1 second to drink some water. Right. Our next question is third one. Cosec square A square root, cosec square root A minus 1 square root is identical to cos A cosec A. The angle is given as A, right? So here what's the thing you have to do is inside this left hand side, inside the square root mark, you have cosec square A minus 1 inside the square root mark. So you know, you must remember the same the third formula that you have used, this one, right? So it is this is the only one formula for cot and cosec, right? So we can use this formula for our simplification here. So you know that cot square x plus 1 equals to cosec square x. So here, what's the thing here? Cot square x. When you are subject cot square x, you can take cosec square x minus 1. So you can easily replace this cosec x, cosec square A minus 1 by cot square A, right? So inside this square root mark, you can write, so you can get this one as cot A, because the square root, inside this square root mark, you have square term. So when you are getting the square root, the square term is vanished, and you can get this one as cot A. And cot A means cos A divided by sin A, right? This is the, that tan x is equals to sin x over cos x, right? So you know that cot x is a reciprocal ratio of tan. It is 1 over tan x. So we can write this cot x as the reciprocal of this one. That means cos x divided by sin x. That's why I am writing here like cos A divided by sin A. So we can write this one as cos A into 1 over sin A. This is the same thing. Cos A into 1 over sin A කියලා ලියුවත් එකයි. Cos A වෙද්දීම sin A කියලා ලියුවත් එකයි. So we can write this one as cos A, and 1 over sin A is the reciprocal ratio. It is cosec A. So our right hand side answer comes like this, right? Is it clear? And some, remember, imagine that you have not remember this one. Formula. Then how should you construct your solution here? Right? So I'm writing here, what's the cosec square A minus 1 square root identical cos A cosec A. Right? So imagine that you are not in the 1 plus cot square x equals to cosec square x formula is not in your mind. Then you can simplify like this also. You know that cosec square A minus 1 left hand side. So you can write this one as 1 over sine square A. Right? අපි දන්නේ නැහැ අර formula එක. නමුත් අපි දන්නවා මේක sine ගේ reciprocal ratio එක කියලා. So we can write this one. And inside this formula, you can simplify this one as sine square A. By taking the common factor, you can simplify this one as 1 over sine square A. Right? So here you can write this one as sine square A. Instead of this 1 over sine square A, we can write cos square A. So if you remove the square root, so you can write this one as cos A divided by sine A. So we can write this one as cos A into 1 over sine A, and it is equals to cos A cosec A. So without using that formula also, you can go for the final answer by using this method also, right? May methods දෙකම හරි. And I think it is clear for you. Then we'll go for the next question as well. Let me show you the question. Here it is given like sec x plus cos x, sec x minus cos x is identical to tan square x plus sine square x as well. Right, so here let me show you in the whiteboard. There is no any rule that you have to take only left hand side. Left hand side එකම ගන්න කියලා එකක් නැහැ. ඔයගලන්ට simplify කරන්න lazy කියලා හිතන පැත්ත ගන්න, right? So here it is given like අර මම කියන්නේ අර terms ගොඩක් තියෙන පැත්ත ගන්න එක lazy simplify කරන්න, right? That's why I am telling you this is the fourth part. Sec square x, not sec square x, no. Sec x, what's the plus cos x, sec x minus cos x is identical to tan square x plus sine square x. right? So we can take this one here. I'm taking the left hand side. So here you can see it is like the factors of two square terms, right? Two factors of difference of two square terms. අර වර්ග දෙකක අන්තරයේ සාධක විදිහට නේද තියෙන්නේ මේක. sec x plus cos x, sec x minus cos x. So it is like x plus y and x minus y. x plus y and x minus y වගේ term එකක් නේ තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක අපි ලියන්න පුළුවන් x square y minus y square කියලා. So you can write the same thing here. Sec x square x minus cos square x. You can write like this. By simplifying, by multiplying these brackets, you can take this data. And what's the thing you have to do is, you can here now look at the answer solution side, that means right hand side. It is given in terms of tan and sine. So here you know that we can convert this sec square x in terms of tan. So you know that it can be replaced by 1 plus tan square x. And as well, we can convert this cos term into sine also. So we can replace this cos square x like 1 over sine square x. So we can remove the brackets here. 1 over tan square x minus 1 plus sine square x. So we can remove this plus 1 and minus 1. So it is equals to tan square x plus sine square x. Right? So is it clear? So we can write this one as, this is the right hand side. As well, you can get the right hand side for this one also. Right hand side, taking right hand side and prove that it is correct, right? And that means when I'm taking the right hand side of this one, it is tan square x plus sine square x, right? Our left hand side is sec x minus cos x, sec x plus cos x equal, identical to tan square x plus sine square x, right? So when you are taking this tan square x and plus sine square x, you have to take, you can take this one as, by seeing the solution in left hand side, you have to construct your simplifications here. So we can write this one as, you know that 1 plus tan square x is equals to sec square x. So we can write this one as sec square x minus 1. Here you have to take this sine square x as 1 minus cos square x, right? So we can remove this plus 1 and minus 1 here. So sec square x minus cos square x. It is like the difference of two square terms. So we can write this one as sec x plus cos x into sec x minus cos x. So this is the same as the left hand side. දැන් මෙතෙන්දී අපි කලේ right hand side එක අරගෙන simplify කරලා ඒක left hand side එකට සමානයි කියලා පෙන්නනවා. එතකොට ඔයගලන්ට මේ වගේ ඕනේ method එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ වගේ identical prove කරනකොට, right? So you can use any of these methods to prove these type of trigonometric identities. And since the time is 9:30, I hope to wind up this session from here. And because for your yesterday group, I have done only one question because there was a technical issue in Zoom, and as well there was a power cut. So in next week I have to cover all these things with your Tuesday group also. So I'm stop the tutorial session from this, right? So you have to prove all these identicals, and you have in next questions, you have to solve trigonometric equations, right? So I think we can discuss all these things in next week. And after doing this tutorial, I will give you the complex numbers tutorial as well. So I will send to Gaia Madam. I will send this tutorial to Gaia Madam, and she will upload this trick tutorial as well. Then you can practice these things in with yourself first. Then you can compare your solutions with me when I'm discussing these things in next week, right? Okay, thank you very much for attending the tutorial session for today. I'm ending the meeting now. If you have any questions, please forward these things. Yes, you have a trigonometry assignment as well. I think most probably it will publish on LMS in this week, right? Okay, you all are welcome. And I'm ending this meeting now. If you have any questions, you can forward me via email or WhatsApp, right? And thank you very much. Okay, I'm ending the meeting now.